Hi guys, third update on the video. I'm sorry I'm late, but I hope you can understand this is not my primary job. So this time I can explain more to understand what I'm trying to do here. Basically, this is my prototype demonstrator to how all this design and flow will work, and that's what I'm trying to study. And after that, I'm trying to build all this in a full metal part other than 3D printed plastics. So I am very beginning step of development and trying to study how all this works. um, so this is what I can explain for now, and then later on if I add more part I can probably explain better what am I trying to do here. So I've added 3 more parts here, which is stationary stator section, and it'll be this is a turbine section, and this is another stationary nodule section. It doesn't have the support here yet. I've actually designed it, but I raised it because I had to think of something else on designing. So, but it's pretty much more shape, or has more like engine shape than last video. So let me explain. What I'm trying to achieve here is airflow goes in there and directs the flow by stator, middle stator, and then captured by secondary blade. And then also there's a secondary stator here, and which directs the flow to spinning way of turbine, and this turbine will exhaust airflow toward backward, or I have something concept drawed in here. It's not finished yet, so I'm actually thinking what am I gonna do on this right now. But what he's basically do is it'll block the flow and it'll spit out the exhaust downward, which makes a vertical takeoff and a landing without moving or rotating the whole engine this way, but just changing a little bit of mechanism in here and close this and opening up the ports or the gates here, and spit out the exhaust downward. So I'm not there yet because I don't have a clear idea yet, but I have some concepts in my head. So next video I'll probably update that as well. So on this cat part, what makes me a little bit difficult is I have to design each part with capability of my 3D printer, which is not very a lot. It's only like 9" by 9" by 9". So it also, I have to make sure that none of these parts start printing in the air, then that'll actually mess up the whole print process. So that I have to keep that in mind, which is very, I would say, difficult. Maybe not difficult, maybe a little bit annoying factor, but it's okay. I can just work out what I have with here. So I think I've already added a hole before on the video, but I haven't explained it yet. But these holes are for just putting these four the outer shell together. I highlighted 2 shells, but it's total of 4 outer shells. So it'll be just held by bolt and nuts. But again, this is just concept, and this will just go in the test stand. It's not gonna go any aircraft model yet, but which I am also thinking of designing it, but I have long way to go. And also I have another screw hole to hold the front nozzle, not, I wouldn't say nozzle, front air intake section, which I have already designed, but it needs some modification, so I have not added it here yet. But basically it's gonna look conventional jet engine intake for now. So this I would say concept demonstrator will be driven by a brushless motor for now, but my plan is to make this a full motor version, and I should be able to add some combustion chamber and using some type of fuel to spin this turbine, and try to find out and study what I can achieve on thrust wise. So thrust wise, I would say to the backward and to the downward. So either way, this is what I'm trying to achieve. So the CAD part is, so far this is my progression, and my hardware part is, let's take a look. Oh, my finger is here. So I have printed this mid stator core, and then secondary blade core, and secondary blade core has no more the conventional, like, I wouldn't say conventional, no more dovetail design like I had in the first blade, but it does have that little notch. So it's a rectangle shape with a little notch in it, and blade also has, I'm getting focused here, can't even focus in there, has here we go, yeah, so it has a little a notch that'll fit through the core. And also this stair blade I have printed, I have 2 installed right now, but I printed 4 more here with my 3D printer. And this is original ProSci 3, and I have recommended this printer from my friend at my work, but this really works very well for me as what I'm doing, because this is really precise on the size, which I really is critical for me to adjust. So one of these blades will fit in these slots, and I had to modify the size of each blade itself and the core, because if I make an even size, and I have to basically like hammer it in to get it fit, and by the time I hammer it in, it just shatters. So, but this is how it's going to be. And for this, I've put Durabit here for now as a pin, acting pin, but I've already ordered a pin. This is 5/32, which I think it's 0.160 size, and this has been drilled through the shaft, and so it can spin the shaft. And also the thrust bearing and the ball bearing, it's installed, and kind of spins nice and smooth, freely. And as you see, I don't know if you can see, but the shaft is bent, so I have another shaft in order. Other than this is aluminum, but I ordered a steel one this time, so it has more structural integrity, because I think it's bent because I was banging on the floor to install the bearings and all these parts. So this shaft is no good anymore. So next update, I hopefully have the steel shaft. This is a spinner, which also I printed from the printer. It's held by 2 screws, which I had to modify as well, of course. And so far, this is my progression, and next time it will be more looking like my CAD model, and I'll try to do my best to upload a video as quick as I can, but yeah, I'll try. So yep, this is where I'm at, and thanks to some of you guys for waiting for my update, and yeah, and also thanks for your reply that you guys were waiting for my update. Thanks for your interest. So I'll do my best to keep this and make this happen, and probably like share idea what I can do here and what can you do there, and how to 3D print and how to design in CAD model. And just let me know if you guys have any question about how do I do this, and I can certainly like help you with it. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.